And joining us on our show, great to welcome back. Man has been with us a few times before. He is the Shakespeare of barbecue. Stephen Raichlen, once again, has another great book out just in time for barbecue season as we talk to him here in early May. This one's called Project Fire, Cutting-Edge Techniques and Sizzling Recipes from the Caveman Porterhouse to Salt Slab Brownie S'mores. And Stephen Raichlen joined us by telephone once again. Steve, good to talk with you. How are you?
Great to be with you.
Yeah, always good to chat with you whenever you have a book out. You're very prolific, and it's always great to get the latest and what's going on in the world of grilling and all that. And this is another one of those books that is really filled with some great recipes. You must spend all your day just coming up with recipes.
Well, my days are very busy. They're spent writing. I do a lot of traveling. That's where a lot of my new ideas come from. Obviously, I put in a lot of time in front of a grill, too.
And this one is no different there. It really combines not only what people associate grilling with steak and chicken and some seafood, but again, you got some of those great dessert recipes in there as well. But let's start off first of all, kind of what's the premise of this book that kind of sets it apart from previous books?
So the premise of this book is really grilling today and tomorrow. It's new ways to grill, new foods you might not have thought of grilling, and even whole new meals you'd never expect to put on the grill. The book opens with a chapter called Breakfast Hits the Grill. So it's about breakfast you can cook on your grill.
Yeah, I was interested in that. I'm a big breakfast guy. What kind of things? Give an example or two, if you would, of breakfast. Eggs can be part of it.
Well, I have grilled eggs, which are cooked in a skillet with heavy cream Parmesan cheese and prosciutto ham. And those are smoke roasted in a grill, served with grilled bread. We've got a bacon and egg quesadilla that is direct grilled, crusty on the outside, nice and creamy and runny on the inside. It's a great way to start your day.
You wouldn't think you could do eggs on a grill, but you can, right? I guess you need a kind of a special tray for that.
Well, I do the grilled eggs in a cast iron skillet. The quesadillas are actually, the egg is encapsulated in a tortilla that's surrounded by cheese to hold the egg in. And you cook it on the grill. It's sort of a great test of your dexterity, but it's a really unusual and delicious breakfast.
And you talk in the book as well, 5 main grilling methods. I'm not a grill expert by any means. I never really did it. I let my dad do it when he did it growing up in New York. But what are those different grilling methods?
So the 5 methods of live fire cooking are direct grilling, indirect grilling, smoking, spit roasting, and my personal favorite, caveman grilling, where you grill directly on the embers.
And you talk in the book, I know, about, like you said, grilling right on the embers, and later in the book about if you use wood chips, how to kind of prepare that. That really can add a different kind of flavor depending on how you prepare the wood, right, for grilling?
Well, remember that neither gas nor charcoal put out an intrinsic flavor of their own. But when you burn wood, you get both heat and wood smoke. And wood smoke, I mean, to me, that is the soul of barbecue. And wood chips are a great way to create a wood smoke flavor, no matter what kind of grill you're grilling on. Now, I recommend soaking the chips. That slows down the rate of combustion, and that gives you more smoke for a longer amount of time.
You hear a lot of that now in restaurants, or smoked meats and all that. That's kind of a popular thing, nowadays. Mm-hmm. What is it about the smoke that people like? What causes that?
Well, smoke, I think, is a flavor that we are conditioned in a very ancient way to like. If you think about it, our cave-dwelling ancestors found comfort and safety around a campfire. Right. We're the only animal to cook. We discovered the art of grilling nearly 2 million years ago. And I think every time you smell wood smoke, you have an ancient ancestral memory of that first fire and that first cookout.
Yeah, I guess it goes back just to just doing marshmallows over a fire, right? That's what most kids start doing, right? If they get in a group, marshmallows are the first thing they stick in on a stick.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because one of my favorite dishes in the book, it's actually a dessert. It's called Salt Slab Grilled Chocolate Brownie S'mores. Salt Slab is a It's actually a slab of pink salt from the Himalayas. You can find it at cookware shops or online, for example, at my website, which is barbecuebible.com. And instead of using graham crackers, you use chocolate brownies. Instead of inexpensive candy bars, you use a super premium dark chocolate, fresh mint, Grand Marnier, artisanal marshmallows, and think of it as a s'more for grown-ups.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the recipe right now, and you wouldn't think that you can make desserts on a grill, but you can. So that's kind of interesting. People can.
Well, I think
can
you
do
can
that
make.
now.
I personally think you can make everything on a grill.
Yeah, well, like you said before, there were stoves. People had to cook that way, right? So there's nothing you can't cook if you have some equipment to do it, right? You may have to have a different receptacle, but you can do it.
That is correct.
Let's talk a little bit about seafood as well. A lot of people like to barbecue shrimp and all that. I know you have some recipes in here, oysters as well. What's your favorite seafood that you can do on a grill?
Well, probably my personal favorite is swordfish. I'm talking to you from the island of Martha's Vineyard, and we get really terrific swordfish here. But I think the point I'd like to make is that you can cook everything, any type of seafood on the grill, starting with oysters, which I grill with Asian aromatics, clams with linguiça sausage, there are whole fish on salt slabs, and fish fillets on cedar planks. There's even grilled salmon steaks, which are grilled on a shovel over a campfire. So I talk about putting some of that primal smoked flavor in your food. That is a really awesome way to do it.
And again, just looking through your recipes, you give the prep time and what you need and all that, and the grilling time. And most of these recipes, some are longer than others, obviously, but most of them are relatively short amounts of time. So you're not going to be spending hours preparing a meal here if you do this, right?
Well, that is true, and that's the beauty of grilling. My previous book was a book called Project Smoke, and it was a book about smoking. And smoking is, it's easy, but it is very time-consuming. I mean, you might need 12 or 14 hours to smoke a brisket. With Project Fire, on the other hand, most of the dishes can be cooked from start to finish in 30 minutes or less.
What do you recommend? Somebody out there say, I'd like to do this. I want to get Steve's book, but I don't have a grill. How do you kind of shop for maybe not too expensive, but a good grill that's not going to break down on you? What do you recommend?
Well, first of all, if you look at Project Fire, the first chapter of Project Fire, it's called the 7 Steps to Grilling Enlightenment. And the first chapter is all about the different kinds of grills and what to look for. Just recommending, the old standby is the Weber kettle grill. It's extremely versatile. It's very reasonably priced. There's nothing on it to break. So that would be my recommendation for a starter grill.
Yeah. Well, great recipes once again, and excellent tips on how to prepare different types of food, including breakfast and desserts as well. And the name of the book is called Project Fire, Cutting-Edge Techniques, Sizzling Recipes from the Caveman Porterhouse to Salt Slab Brownie S'mores. Tastes delicious, I'm sure. And we've been talking with Stephen Raichlen today. Steve, give out that website again for people who want to get more information about the book.
Sure, it's barbecuebible.com. That's BARBECUEBIBLE.com. While you're there, please sign up for my Up and Smoke newsletter. Comes out every week. We give you recipes, restaurant suggestions, equipment reviews, all things live fire cooking. Stephen Raichlen. The other thing I'd like to mention is that I have a new TV show coming out at the end of the month. That TV show is called Project Fire, just like the book. It will be on PBS, and it will cover the material in the book and then take you on a tour of Los Angeles to visit some of the chefs and grill masters that I take my inspiration from.
Great. I should have mentioned that, Steve, of course, on PBS all the time. You can check out his work there. But, Steve, always great to talk to you. Hopefully we'll do it again. I'm sure you have another book in the works, so when that comes out, we'll have you back on. But in the meantime, check out Project Fire. And, Steve, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.